Hello, good morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe. Let's start the show. And for the first time in a row, Ghana have reached the semi-final of the Africa Cup of Nations. But for Guinea, well, for the fifth time in a row, they're failing to go past the quarter-final. When will they finally get to the semi-finals? And for Ghana, will they be able to win the African Nations Cup this year? Remember the last time they actually won it was in 1982. Hello and welcome once again. Let's take a look at the major headlines this morning. Well, the Nigerian Professional Football League pre-season invitational tournament is over, but one man actually stole the show. Not from league champions Kano Pillars, nor last year's winner Eyimba, but a Flying Eagles sensational. He is the MVP, and I'm talking about Taiwo Awoniyi. Also on the program, Serena Williams won't stop at 19. Now she is adjusting her schedule to actually focus on more Grand Slams. Her sight is definitely on equally Steffi Graf's record of 22. But definitely Margaret Scott of 24 is just way out of her sight right now. And also on the program, the Super Patriot, where the New England's Patriots, of course, put the Deflategate incident and scandal behind them. And they had to go for a remarkable comeback win over defending champions Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks could not just defend that title, had to give away 10-point lead. Not a good one for them. Wetayo Salam will be joining me for these and more after this 6-goal thriller in the MPFL pre-season invitational tournament, where the men, I'm talking about the boys from Samsi Siasia coach team, and also Man Garba, the Flying Eagles, produced 6 goals in the last game of the Super-6.
And when he looks around and he sets the ball, oh, great pass there, and the Flying Eagles on the cusp of something, and the Flying Eagles against the run of play, they know how to finish.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
for them, taking their time, finally is driven forward and falls to them. It's a good opportunity, a shot called for, a shot with the left foot, not a good purchase, and Godwin, well, God will save you. The referee says it's a penalty. They don't get a carretable. It takes 1, 2, 3, 2 steps and rail into the roof of the net. Unstoppable penalty.
What goalkeepers save penalties?
Mohamed, and that one comes across, and what an equalizer that was.
A young man, so once in a while they make the odd error, but they've really given us a spectacle here at the main bowl of the National Stadium. And, well, a super finish.
Ball forward, Ifeanyi. Should be able to keep that ball in, he keeps it in, he drives it across, and a header, and an equalizer. What a goal there, a diving header, and finally he says, I am Chidera Eze.
The success it had been. Ndokobade Manu Garba, men used to celebrating success with the under-17s. This time around, celebrating success with the under-20 team. And that man in your picture, Taiwo Awoniyi, by far and away the player of the tournament here. He might not have scored so many goals, but he has been the overwhelming choice as the most valuable player of the tournament. Taiwo Awoniyi, he won the Under-17 World Cup with Nigeria in the United Arab Emirates in 2013 and plays for Kalmar in Sweden. He might have scored just the 1 goal here. He set up so many others and lit up the tournament with his repertoire of skills. Flying Eagles of Nigeria, winners of the 2015 Glow Super 4 Invitational Tournament, and they have been well worth their victory. That's the captain, Musa Mohammed, with the championship trophy. It's supposed to be for the clubs, but they were invited, and here they are celebrating victory.
Well, that's a tournament that was meant for the clubs, actually, for the likes of Kano Pillars, Eyimba, Dolphins, and Warri Wolves. But it was actually the Flying Eagles who stole the show. And of course, the under-23 team also did so well in the tournament. But of course, the star of the show, Taiwo Awoniyi. Well, you would say that the Golden Eaglets, definitely, who won the World Cup just 2 years ago, they are definitely still unsung. Tayo Salam joins me now. Tayo, good morning.
Yeah, Cecilia, Taiwa Wune. I'm really chuffed for what he's been able to achieve so far in his career. I remember at the World Cup,
yes.
he wasn't a starter. He got the opportunity when
Isaac Success
got
was
injured.
yes.
And ever since then, he hasn't looked back at all.
all.
And he had a great under-17 World Cup, and it's good to see him progress into the Flying Eagles, still doing well. So I'm really happy for that dude, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually see him with the Super Eagles jersey.
Yeah. That might take a couple of years, but then...
Couple of years, come on. You have the likes of Neymar at 21. He had more than 50 appearances for Brazil.
Absolutely. He doesn't have anything to do with his age, but he has a lot to do with his quality. If he's good enough, we don't even have a coach, so come on. We don't know how long it's going to take Taiwan winning, but definitely
hopefully
he has the
maybe
quality.
when qualifiers start in June, I think there's some players that really need to be in that squad.
Definitely, he's got a great upside, and that's one thing about him. And you'll be interested to see.
Creative ability, still another one, creating chances and all that.
Great fighting spirits as well too, and yeah, I'm really happy for this lad.
Doesn't matter what it for.
Yeah, definitely. 2 years down the line, who knows?
What will happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I think most of them are also progressing like that. Now, looking at this tournament, I mean, it's how do I put it? It's funny, and of course, it's something you look at and be amazed that when you have the likes of Can Pillars, league champions, you have Aimba who won it last year, you had Warri Wolves and Dolphins. These guys could not come to the party. Fine, Aimba will tell you that they are having some issues, bonuses and salaries and all that not being paid. They're trying to sort that out. But this tournament was supposed to prepare them for the CAF Confederations Cup and, of course, the CAF Champions League. Now, when you have them performing below average, what's going to happen in the continent?
What it means basically is they're not ready. You're right, they're not ready. And the Flying Eagles, for example, preparations way ahead of all these other teams in Nigeria. So you can understand why. Hopefully, Aimba and the likes will really step up their preparation so they can get ready for the continental assault. Yeah,
for Canopilas, they will be going to Ghana on a training tour. Hopefully that will help them to prepare well for the continent. Not from the Flying Eagles now. Let's move straight to the next one.
Why are you laughing, Cecilia?
I don't know why you're laughing. Okay, why are you laughing? You tell me.
Okay. It's like a funny one, really.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can introduce.
No, you tell me about it.
So basically, Nigeria is supposed to play Brazil on March the 29th in an international friendly. It's been widely advertised for March 29th. But then there's a new development in the sense that the Brazilians will actually be taking on the Chileans on that same day. So I'm wondering, and in England, so I'm wondering, like, how is that going to play out? That's going to happen. Are they going to play Chile and move on and play Nigeria and Uyo?
It's possible.
Is it? No, it's not possible, Cecilia. Come on, be serious. So we just need a clarification.
From this. We definitely want to get that from Nigerian Football Federation to see if Brazil, if they are pulling out, or if Nigeria's game will now hold a day. Can't even hold a day before. You have to be like the maximum, like 1 week before the next one, because you're talking about going to England, and this is Nigeria, 6 hours flight and all that. It's going to be something.
It's not possible. It's looking more likely that Nigeria will have to look for another opponent for the match and FIFA window.
You never can tell. Okay, leave that forward now. Now, talking about what we have next now is definitely on the Africa Cup of Nations. Now, we're talking about draws and draws and draws, and now you are at the knockout stage, and of course the goals started coming. Well, it started from there, the Congos, the DR Congo, and of course the Congo started from there. 6 goals produced in this one. DR Congo were 2 goals down. How they managed to do that, a comeback, a massive one, winning 4 goals to 2. Equatorial Guinea and Tunisia, that ended 2-1 actually. And of course for the Tunisians, they are still very upset because they felt they were robbed. According to them, the referee manufactured a penalty that wasn't it and gave it to them. And of course, that was how it ended 1-0. Went into extra time and they go 2-1.
Yeah, let's start with Congo. I chose Congo to actually win this one based on the experience and the experience of the coach, Claude Leroy. And they went 2 goals up. And what do you expect in a knockout stage of a competition? You're supposed to see that game through. But they couldn't do that. And to concede 4 goals is just incredible. So they will have themselves to blame in that particular match. And Tunisia versus Equatorial Guinea, I said it last week that I don't see any reason why the Guineans and the Equatorial Guineans can't progress into the semi-finals.
At all costs.
At all costs, you could argue that because I've got to say that penalty I don't know where it came from. That's what you call a freebie. It's just a free penalty.
And he
the
took
referee
advantage of it and even scored another one. And of course, it ended 2-1.
Yes, but you can't blame them
I
for
think
that.
the Tunisians are actually bad losers, or what do you think?
No, they're not bad losers. They have every right to be aggrieved. Come on, if you lose a match in that fashion,
Yes.
it's going to be very
But
painful for
crowding
them.
the referee and trying to
Yeah, come
fight
on,
him and all that, at the end of the day, their
Sisi.
member in the CAF committee
Yes.
had to resign. We heard that the
Sisi.
second one also left his position in the finance department. Now, it's like the Tunisians, what really happened to them?
No, come on, they lost. It was a very painful
You're playing
loss.
against the host. And if they had win the game at regulation time, come on, tie it up. And let's go to look at what happened to Ghana. Ghana and Guinea. They didn't have to wait for that.
Yeah, well, what a game. What a game. The Ghanaians, incredible. I think they're getting better as the competition progresses. And Christian Atsu with 2 goals in that one, I think he scored the goal of the tournament. I think we can agree. Yeah, there have been some beautiful goals, amazing goals so far, but that goal by Christian Atsu, amazing, just incredible, out of this world.
And Cote d'Ivoire and Algeria, I was surprised by the scoreline.
Yeah, definitely.
I felt if it was going to be Algeria or Cote d'Ivoire, the scoreline will be very close. Remember, the times they've met twice or 3 times, scored like close to 9 goals between them. So the fans were already expecting more goals.
Yeah, Cecilia, the scoreline suggests the Ivorians actually dominated, but that wasn't the case at all. Believe me, it was a very tight game.
It was close.
Yeah, it was tight. And the Ivorians went ahead, Bonny, with his first goal. In the competition, and it was a good one for him. But then the Algerians came back and scored a beautiful goal as well. And they had several other chances, to get a winner. They couldn't take it, and Bonny punished them again, and Javinho, just sealed it in injury time. So it's good to see we're down to 4 teams now, and it's going to be explosive.
Semi-finals, it looks like, starting on Wednesday, of course, Cote d'Ivoire and Democratic Republic of Congo being action first. Then the next day on Thursday, you have Equatorial Guinea and Ghana.
I don't know who your pick is.
It's going to be difficult. I really cannot, because what happened to Tunisia, I'm afraid Ghana, well, they just had to be very tight up. Like what they did to the Guineans, started very well, 4 minutes, make sure you get all the goals you need to get, because if you have to wait till the dying minute, we don't know what will happen. They are host nation.
Playing
that's the thing.
In front of the fans.
Exactly.
Oh, they can't stun Ghana. Believe me, they have what it takes to stun Ghana. So Ghana in that match really have to be up for it, or they will be going home. And Cote d'Ivoire, they are Congo. I think we'll be tempted to say Cote d'Ivoire might make it to the final. I don't know about you, but
I'm looking at Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana in the final. But I'm afraid of what Equatorial Guinea can do, because no one gave them a chance of actually progressing this far. And looking at DR Congo, will that come back they did against Congo?
You can't rule them out.
It's definitely difficult. This is a difficult tie, so we just have to wait for something really, really fantastic.
Yeah, Cecilia, they've got some terrific players with some terrifying names as well. So those names are really scary. I don't know if that's going to get to the Ivorians at all. But
names don't play football anymore.
Obviously. I mean, the names, the pronunciations are just something else. Bokila, Mbogoni. But I don't think that's going to affect Yaya Toure and the likes. But so I expect Cote d'Ivoire to get into the final. Remember, the Ivorians have not won the Nations Cup since Senegal '92.
Yes.
That's a long time ago. So it's an opportunity for them now, especially the likes of Kolo Toure and Yaya Toure, that will be retiring, most likely, to go out on a high.
Yeah, that's it. Well, for Ghana also, since 1982, they haven't won it, and they've been to the semi-final for the 5th time in a row. Well, let's see what's going to happen. And Javi Reynard, remember the man who won it with Zambia in 2012, of course. He is with Cote d'Ivoire. Let's see if he can do it again with the Ivorians. Of course, this time around, he's got a stronger squad, and of course, he's got a tougher opponent, actually, to play. Okay, we look at the papers briefly now, if we can. And Sporting Life, of course, we're starting with Sporting Life. And the big one here is Keshi explodes. I won't accept pay cut. Says NFF is playing games with contract offer and insists coaching egos not do or die affair. Okay, then the top corner of Sporting Life, you have Bonfrey Joe saying, I miss coaching Nigeria. And West Brom rejects bid for Idere. Gunners can catch Chelsea and win league, says Wenger. Let's see how that's going to happen. Then another one is Man United last ditch, as in they're actually £67 million for Kevin De Bruyne and Hummels. I don't think this is going to go through. Then, okay, Complete Sports, of course, Hazard rejects new Chelsea contract. Is it going to Real Madrid?
That's a very interesting one. The contract has been on the table for a while now. Huge money. He hasn't signed it. I always wonder what's going on there now. So for this news to really come out now, it's not really a surprise. For me, there's something that we don't know about. But I think Chelsea would do well to keep Eden Hazard.
Definitely. And English clubs reject Anelka. Okay, Boise Gunners was massacre Aston Villa 5-0 and leapfrog Spurs to 5th position.
Do you really think Arsenal can win the league? I don't think so. It's not going to happen.
I think the league is definitely going
yeah,
to be
it's beyond.
blue.
It's beyond
what
Arsenal.
shade of blue is it going to be?
It's beyond Arsenal, definitely.
What shade of blue is it going to be?
I could say, yeah, dark blue.
Okay.
I suppose. In
Not
that
sky
one.
blue.
Yeah, not sky. No,
Okay,
no, I don't think
that's
so.
what's going to happen in that. Okay, now let's just take a look at how Arsenal, of course, 5 goals to nothing. Now, interestingly, this is actually their best performance in almost 2.5 years. I mean, when I mean best performance, as in the first time they're actually scoring about 5 goals in more than 2 years in a particular team. And for Aston Villa, they haven't scored in more than 6 games. You ask what is really happening to this team.